Hi guys, my name is Stephanie and today I've got 15 things that you need to clean before guests arrive. So some of these are for when you have guests overnight, but they could also apply to family parties or any parties that you're hosting at your house. Let's get to it. Number one is your silverware drawer. Your guests are definitely going to be getting silverware out sometime during their stay with you. And somehow crumbs always build up in my silverware drawer. So I empty it all the way out. I clean it out really well with a multi-surface cleaner, reorganize it, and make it look nice and clean so that whenever anybody has to get into that drawer, they don't feel like they're eating from dirty silverware. Number two is to clean the hidden parts of your appliances. So most people remember to clean the outside of their oven, their outside of their microwave, but you also got to clean the inside of that oven, the inside of your microwave, the edges, the sides of your dishwasher where little drips and stuff build up, inside of your dishwasher, the hidden parts of your dishwasher. Clean off that stovetop really well. Get all of those hidden parts of your appliances clean so that when your guests are eating in your kitchen, they don't feel like they're eating in a gross, grungy kitchen. Number three is to clean out your refrigerator. So I unload my refrigerator before I have guests arrive. I clean it out completely, put everything in the dishwasher, clean everything on the inside with warm soapy water, and then I check everything for expiration date. So I just use it as an excuse to really give my refrigerator a nice deep clean. And then once I'm done with all of that, I make a list of everything I want to restock before my guests arrive. So if I'm having people stay for a week, I want to make sure they have at least most of what they would need in that week. Okay, let's move outside for number four. Number four is to be cleaning off your porches and patios really well before your guests arrive. Get rid of all of the little bug debris and cobwebs and everything that build up outside of your entryway. Give your doorknobs a really good clean. You want your door to look really nice and clean when your guests arrive. Again, you don't want them feeling like they're entering a gross, dirty house. You want it to look nice and clean. Number five might be a little over the top for some people, but I also use this as a chance to clean up my flower beds and get them looking really nice again. So I weed them completely. I mulch if I need to. I trim all of the bushes and get everything looking really great before I have house guests arrive. I like to use guest arriving as an excuse to get my house looking the way I like to keep it. All right, back inside for number six, and that is I also clean off my kitchen cabinets. So I have a multi-surface cleaner that is safe for cabinets that I use. I clean off the exterior of all of my cabinets, get them looking nice and clean, get rid of all the smudges that having little boys in the house leaves on the cabinets. I clean the countertops really well. And then I also clean out my pantry and restock everything there too. So I've got everything restocked in the fridge. I also restock things like cereal. I stock up on the coffees, the teas, fill the drawer with basically anything my guests might like to have in the mornings because usually during the day they're out and they're busy, but mornings, breakfast time usually happens at my house. All right, on to number seven, and that is getting the guest bathroom really clean. Of course, you probably already know to get the guest bathroom clean, but also here I like to restock on the toilet paper, tissues, shampoo, body washes, conditioner, anything and everything that I think they might need while they're at my house, Q-tips, cotton balls. I try to stock that up in the guest bathroom so they don't have to worry about anything. Number eight is a must-do, but also a pretty quick and easy fix. I grab my Swiffer duster, I dust all of the lights in the ceilings, I move around all of the ceilings in the corners and make sure that there's no cobwebs or anything dusty looking up there. Number nine is ceiling fans. So living in the South, the ceiling fans in our house generally are on year round just to keep the air circulating and to help reduce the energy bill. And sometimes I'll forget for 3 or 4 months to clean my ceiling fan. And when you turn those off, you see that your blades are covered in just sort of dust and nastiness. So you don't want your guests coming to your house and finding that the fan that they've been sleeping under is really gross and dusty. So make sure you clean those before your guests arrive. All right, on to number 10, and that is another job that I generally forget to do for weekly cleaning, but it needs to be done at least every couple of months, and that's cleaning off and dusting down any bookshelves where your guests are going to be using them, any rooms your guests are going to be in. Clean those bookshelves really well so they're not all gross and dusty too. All right, on to number 11, and that is I like to rewash the towels and the bedding in the guest room before guests arrive. So typically we have guests maybe once every 9 months, once every year. So even though those things are clean when I put them away, after that long of sitting on the shelves or sitting on the bed, they're gathering dust, they're getting kind of dusty smelling. So I like to rewash all of the towels and bedding before my guests arrive so everything smells and looks really fresh and clean. And of course, it helps to get them folded before your cat has a chance to do this. Number 12 is kind of a small job, but I do like to make sure that all of the light bulbs still work in the rooms that my guests are going to be in. So the guest bedrooms, especially the guest bathroom, check those light bulbs, make sure they're still working. Number 13 is to grab that multi-surface cleaner again and dust out the inside of the drawers that your guests are going to be using in the guest bedroom. So clean out the inside of the drawers, clean out the shelves in the closets, get everything nice and ready for your guests to put their stuff into those places. All right, nearly done. We're on to number 14, and that is, of course, vacuuming everywhere before your guests arrive. So you want to get rid of all the dust. Upstairs, I use my old-fashioned vacuum. Downstairs, thankfully, I have a little Roomba. I call it my robot butler. I love this thing. I could be doing anything else in the house while it's vacuuming. I love these things. And last but not least is number 15, and that is to wipe down your light switches and all of the doorknobs in your house with a good multi-surface cleaner. That's going to get rid of most of the bacteria and viruses and just the dirt and grunge that's left behind when little kids are using your light switches and they somehow leave little chocolate fingerprints everywhere. I don't know how they do it, but that seems to happen in my house a lot. And of course, getting rid of those germs on the doorknobs in near bathrooms is super important because we don't want everybody to get sick while they're staying at your house. Okay, that's it for 15 things that you need to clean before guests arrive. If you have extras that you want to add, put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you want even more tips, check the description below. I'll put a link to my blog post with 30 things to clean before guests arrive. All right, thanks guys.